Both my parents and my fiancée's parents ambushed us at lunch and told us that if we don't give them grandkids, they will cut us out of their wills. Posted by you/helpfully unarmed. I never thought I would be writing a post about my own parents here. But here we are, right? For context, my fiancée and I have been in a relationship for the past 10 years and just recently got engaged. While it's understandable that 10 years might sound like a long time, we started dating really early, and getting married was not a priority for either of us. We actually preferred to focus on our studies and careers for a while. She's a civil engineer, and I'm a medical student. After earning a bachelor's and a master's degree, I do freelancing as a developer to pay for my living expenses. As we have been a couple for a long time, it's quite common for people to ask us when we're getting married and when we're having kids. While we are getting married as soon as I finish med school, we decided a long time ago not to have children and remain very certain of that decision, as both of us are more career than family oriented. However, since the engagement, our families have started putting more pressure on us to get married soon and have children, even though we've told them plenty of times that's not going to happen. My fiancée and I live together and are completely financially independent from our families. Some time ago, during a video chat, we ended up getting into a heated argument with our families after finally snapping at their ceaseless nagging for grandchildren, and our relationship with them has been strained ever since. Now, our families asked us to meet them for a luncheon family at my parents' house. We don't live in the same city, but it's close enough that we can go there for something like this, and that's when the following situation transpired. We arrived early enough to help out with preparing everything for the lunch, and for the next hour or so, things were pretty normal. But after we had lunch and sat at the coffee table to chat, it's customary here, the room grew visibly tense. Our parents, both hers and mine, started a speech about how much they had done for us, how hard they had worked for us, and how much family means to them. I was already sensing something awful coming, but I kept listening. Suddenly, they said that during one of their talks, they had come to a decision: if my fiancé and I didn't give them grandchildren, after all they had done for us, we would be cut out of their wills. Their reasoning was as follows. My brother is a gay man and, as of now, has no intention of adopting or pursuing any alternative to have children, meaning I'm the only option for continuing the family line. He wasn't present during this and is just as mortified as I am. My fiancée is the oldest sister, her younger sister is still in high school, and, therefore, must set an example by having a family and continuing the family. Now, if that's not psychotic, I have no clue what is. We quickly looked at each other and immediately left their house. We haven't spoken to them since, but as far as we are aware, we've been disowned by now. I never thought I would have to go through this, just because I don't want to have children. It just shows how much entitlement they think they have. Cheers. Edit. I did not expect this to grow so much in just a few hours. Thank you, everyone, for the replies. Sadly, I don't think I'll be able to respond to everyone, so I'll just clear a few things here. My fiancé and I have absolutely no interest in their inheritance. We've been fine on our own for a long time, and we can take care of ourselves. Thus, we have absolutely no intention of contesting their will. We don't need that money, and we don't want it. I only posted this here due to the absurdity of their actions. We have decided to cut contact with them and uninvite them from our wedding. My brother is giving us full support on this, and as he is my best man, this already means the world to me. It's regrettable that it came to this outcome, but we are not going to let them run our lives. Some people asked us why we don't want to have kids. There are a few reasons for that, especially the fact that we are both extremely focused on our careers. Having a child is a responsibility that requires raising someone and giving them the affection, lessons, and time needed. Neither of us wants to go through that just to bring someone into the world. Also, we firmly believe that the world already has enough people without us adding someone else to it. Lastly, neither of us really likes kids. As bad as that might sound, we have no intention of ever having a child. Update 2 months later. I did not expect to be back so soon, but here we are. About a month ago, my fiancé and I posted here about how both of our parents threatened to take us out of their wills if we didn't give them grandchildren, which we won't be doing. Anyhow, they've struck again, and my fiancé is absolutely fuming with rage now and wants to share the situation with you all. After we left my parents' home that day, we had absolutely zero contact with them. They made their decision, and we made ours. We thought that was going to be the end of it. Now, one thing that needs clarification: our wedding was planned to take place on October 17th. However, due to the pandemic outbreak, large gatherings of people were completely prohibited, at least in my region. Thankfully, the venue we had booked is run by the most lovely administrators. As soon as the outbreak began, they contacted us and gave us every bit of assistance needed to reschedule. Thus, we rescheduled our wedding to October 2021. Since the situation is still uncertain, this could change, but it shouldn't for the time being. We aren't really bothered by the delay, as we understand the situation is very serious, and we don't mind waiting for a time when everyone will be safe, hopefully. This morning, while I was studying for some school exams, my fiancé got a call from the venue administrator, asking why we wanted to cancel our wedding. Obviously, this was very strange and confusing to us. My fiancé informed them that we had no desire to cancel our wedding and asked for further clarification. Apparently, my fiancée's parents had called the venue on our behalf, claiming that we no longer wanted to rent the space because we would no longer be getting married. Let me explain why the venue almost considered this situation legitimate. In my country, our IDs carry not only our identification and social security, or equivalent, numbers, but also the names of our parents. To rent a venue, you need to provide your ID as part of the bureaucracy. I don't know if this is how it works everywhere, but I wanted to make it clear. Apparently, my fiancée's parents wanted to take advantage of that fact and tried to dupe the venue into canceling our wedding. Luckily, the administrator is quite smart and noticed that on our rental sheet, required for the booking, there are only 2 emergency contact names and numbers listed in case we can't be reached: my brother and my fiancée's best friend. At the time we booked the venue, we were already in a strained relationship with our parents, so neither of us listed them as contacts. Thankfully, the administrator actually paid attention to this and took the care and time to reach out to us. Otherwise, we might not only have lost our special date, but also our deposit and dream venue. I'll be honest, I never expected that kind of behavior from anyone in our families. But alas, it seems I was wrong. Anyhow, now my fiancée is absolutely livid, and I'm trying to calm her down. We've already sent a message to her parents, and mine, as we're sure they're in this together, telling them to never meddle in our lives again. My brother is just as angry as we are, and he told me he's heading to their house to give them a piece of his mind. I don't even know how to feel right now. Crestfallen, if anything. I never expected or wanted things to turn out this way. But neither of us will go back on our decision not to have children. Truth be told, I already have the paperwork for sterilization ready. I just hope that one day they realize their sense of entitlement has cost them their son and daughter, all because of grandchildren that will never exist. Cheers. Edit. Thank you all for the kind replies. We really appreciate it. We just spent the whole afternoon contacting all our services to ensure that methods are in place so this never happens again. It's taken care of, and thank you all for the advice. I don't really know what my brother told them, as he went straight from there to work. I did get a text from them complaining that we released our rabid dog on them, which is amusing, to be honest, since my brother is a very calm person. We won't contact them again. On a side note, for those who asked, our parents didn't give us a dime to pay for our wedding. We worked hard and paid for every little thing ourselves. They have absolutely no right over it. I did mention this in the previous post, we don't want their money, nor do we need it. We're just sharing and venting our frustration. Once more, thank you all for the kind words.